I think we can all agree that Burnley, of the three promoted sides, look to be in the most trouble. Where Leeds and Sunderland have spent big money on overhauling their squads, Burnley have tried to be smart about it, bring in older veterans like Carl Walker, but build a squad that probably is looking to come back up again when they get relegated, probably at the end of the season. That's not happening today. Today is the season where we survive in the Premier League. We've had to make a couple of smart additions because there was not a lot of money. Let's see what we've done so far. So as you can see here at the first game of the season, you can see we've made 3 additions. The name of the game was experience. Craig Dawson is Premier League experience. Ballon Dawson, as he's called before, he is coming in to settle into a middle of a back three and just provide someone that can look to deal with the ball when it comes in. So I think it's going to be a lot of defending to be done and deal with it from there. In behind him is Fernando Pacheco, goalkeeper, in on a free from Spain. For me, again, experience, lots of experience at the top level in Spain. Comes to Burnley really because they had no goalkeepers. James Trafford has left and left a massive gap in goal for Burnley. And then Josh Da Silva comes in to rotate with Aaron Ramsey in a central midfield, which I'm still a little unsure about. I'm not sure we're quite physical enough as of yet for what I like in midfield. But experience, with the likes of Carl Walker, experience is really going to be what keeps us up. And the aim for this first season, stay up, just get to 40 points. If we can get to 40 points, I think we'll be good. Goals might be an issue, but our start to the season is pretty grim. Today is Chelsea, then it's Liverpool, then it's Arsenal. It's going to be a pretty rough start to the season. I'm going to come back to you actually after this run of games. And hopefully, look, if we get a single point, I'll be buzzing. I think it might be 3 losses on the bounce. Okay, we've made it through those games and out of the transfer window because I wanted to do a couple of bits of business based on the results. And as you can see, the results were good. The first one against Chelsea looked bad because, well, we lost. But we were 3-0 down, and I was like, okay, let's go for this. Push players forward. Koleosha and Amdouni grabbed a couple. We weren't quite good enough there to get anything, but at Anfield and against Arsenal, 2 good points. Actually, in the Arsenal game, we missed 2 penalties. As you can see, we missed one from Edwards, one from Amdouni. I mean, terrible misses, as you can see. Really terrible misses. And that was it. And we've gone out of the Carabao Cup. I'm not that annoyed about that. I'm quite happy having less games. And yeah, as I said, we've got out of the window and I felt the need for goals. We just weren't scoring enough there. We weren't providing enough threat. Andrea Pinamonti is the option for me to build play as that front man in our systems. It can be quite isolating. Having him up there to play the ball through, and 2, I think he's the perfect option. We also made a signing that they've made in real life. We brought Armando Broja in. I don't see him playing an awful lot. I just sort of felt the need because he's gone there in real life. We have negotiated a future fee. I don't intend on paying it because I think it's a little too much for a player like Broja. But he's big, he's quick, and he can hold up the ball. So for me, those 2 there, good options. And now we push on into a run of fixtures that are a bit more winnable. So when we come back, I'm hoping we'll have got 10, 15, maybe even 20 points if we're lucky by Christmas. And it's going to be really interesting to see actually how we measure up against teams around us and whether we can actually stay up this season. Alright, you join us back here in the beginning of February. I've gone a month further than I said, but I think really the form has picked up to a point where it made sense. So, you guys can see, first game after I left you, we got our first win. I was like, yes, buzzing. A good header from a corner. Set pieces have been a bit of a bit of a bonus for us. Really, probably been the difference. Joe Worrell rising from a corner, great header. 4-3, won it right at the death. I thought that was okay. Look, the form's good. We beat the team that's around us, beating Bournemouth, who actually have gone on to be 6th, 7th, I think, at the moment as we come back. Quite a good team. Then we played Forest, not so good. We really weren't very good at all. In the next run of games, you can see there, losing games I didn't want to lose. To Wolves, to Brentford, to Man United, who have been terrible. Shock horror. Then getting a couple of points. Fulham and Everton, good points. Snatched a point against Fulham, really. The Everton game, we were better for long periods, but not quite what we wanted there. And really, as you can see, the form was off. We weren't scoring more than a goal a game for, 6, 7, 8 games in a row. Then the Newcastle game, I swapped. I went, no, 3 at the back, not happening. Decided 4 at the back. We're going to go for it. We're going to be aggressive. If we're going to go down, we're going to go down swinging. And really, swing we have. That game there took me by massive surprise. Andrea Pinamonti has been released by this system. As you can see there, he scored 1 or 2 goals the whole time with the 3 at the back. Just didn't work. We weren't getting him enough service. This system gets service in the box. He has scored goals on goals. He is now actually the top 6 goal scorers in the entire league. He has been brilliant. Our form's been fantastic. We haven't kept a clean sheet in the league for a while. And by that, I mean, I'm not even sure we've done it. Or we did it against at Anfield the only time we've kept a clean sheet all season in the league. Not great, but what has been great has been the form. Beat Newcastle, beat Leeds, beat Brighton, got points away at West Ham and Palace. Good points, I think. And then we annihilated Sunderland. Absolutely took them to the cleaners. Pinamonti and Brozier up front together have been fantastic. Absolutely spot on. The next couple of games, again, a bit like the start of the season, losing City away, you forget about those. Another point against Liverpool. We're undefeated against Liverpool in the league. Really good performance. Really, really good performance. Then we lost to Chelsea. You write those off. Point against Arsenal. Point against Bournemouth. The form's been alright. And that form has been backed up, as you can see, by new signings. We've made it quite a busy January. We've had a few players in, Webster and Martel. We've literally just brought in Eric Martel for depth in defence midfield. Brilliant signing to bring in. On the way out, we have lost a few players. Amdouni, I basically decided to sell pretty quickly. He missed that penalty against Arsenal. I think I was like, that's it, you're gone. So he's moved on. He's gone to West Ham for £20 million, which I think is fantastic business for a striker who I thought was pretty average for us, to be honest. So he's moved on to West Ham. Connor Roberts has left £4.5 million. He was good. Walker got injured then literally the next day, which was wonderful. So we've had to bring back Sambo from his loan. And then really, apart from that, I mean, Ekdal wanted to leave. The ins, like I say, Webster, I think is going to be a really, really solid player to have. At the back, £25 million future fee if we want to trigger it. I don't want to particularly. And that's, it's been good. We've made some really good signings and the form is picking up. We have been moving this next run of games. I'm hopeful we can get the points we need because at the minute, it looks a little dangerous. With 15 games to go, we look a little bit dodgy. But like I said, the goal difference, we've got the best goal difference in the bottom half of the table. So we're not struggling to score goals, just defensively. That's why I went for Webster. That's why I went for Martel to add a little bit of core to the team. We need some points and we need them pretty quick. Right, you join us 4 games from the end of the season and it is unbelievably tight at the bottom. You know, I said earlier 40 points was doing the job. 40 points probably isn't doing the job here. It is incredibly close. And if you look at the table, which was hidden behind me there, we are 2 points ahead of Fulham on 38 points. With 3 home games left out of 4. One of them is against Man City, so it's going to be an incredibly tough game to get anything out of. But the form recently has just started to turn a corner. We changed to a 4-2-3-1 for some massive, massive games. The 6-pointer against Fulham is the reason we are where we are. If we'd lost that game, we would have been dead and buried now anyway. But the games we've needed to win, and we chucked in a win against Tottenham, which was lovely. Everton had just started to turn the corner themselves. They got some good performances in there going. And the Aston Villa game, we were 3-2 up. We were 3-2 up with half an hour to go. And completely bottled it. The problem is we're playing a gegenpress system, so it's aggressive. It's just go for it. Like I said, if we're going to go down, we're going to go down swinging. And swing we did in that game. We lost 3-0 to Newcastle. We weren't getting anything out of that one. We were poor again. And then I went, all right, attacking. I changed the mentality. We've gone attacking. We've pushed on. We beat Leeds. Massive, massive win. Then we beat Brighton. Another 6-pointer. I mean, Jordan, but this in the 71st minute, I was like, it's over. We're done. We're going down. This team doesn't give up. This team just doesn't give up. We've got 4 games left. West Ham now. Palace, Sunderland, Man City. I'm hoping for... we're going to need 6 points. We're going to need to get to 44 points to have any hope at all of staying up. So after the West Ham game, 2-2, we started so well, so unbelievably well. Koleosho, who's actually sneakily been quietly quite good this season. I expect we'll probably lose him, especially even if we stay up. I imagine he might end up moving on, along with Pinamonti. 2-0 up, and I thought that was it. I thought that was going to be... We'd be 4 points ahead of Fulham with 3 games left, and I thought that'd be enough. Then Fulcrook and Bowen, and we just... This problem with being so aggressive is that when you get to the end of games, it gets close, because everyone's knackered. Even 5 subs, you can't keep it fresh enough. We did our absolute level best. And just... I don't know. We gave it a good go. We're having a few injuries now in defence midfield. I've had to bring in Josh Brownhill, actually, who was at Burnley on a free, because we just needed another body in there. We were very close to getting Sadio Mane as well, but that didn't happen. But yeah, I mean, it's an alright. A point's an okay result. Fulham got a point as well, so as long as we can match what Fulham do from this point on, it's going to be great. But I worry if we get to that last game of the season and we need a result against Man City, it's not going to happen. So yeah, next up, Crystal Palace, a win there. If we can win these next 2 games, I think we'll be fine. I think even if we win one of them, we'll probably be fine. A poor result there. A really, really poor result. Again, we were in the lead multiple times. This system, we have no control. We can't control games. We have to just go and hope we throw enough punches that we can win games. Lyle Foster had to come in for Brozier, who's now injured for pretty much the rest of the season. Scores, but not enough. Not enough at all. This Sunderland game's massive. Sunderland game's absolutely massive. Fulham didn't capitalise is the only benefit. The only absolute benefit that we can get out of it is that it's basically us, Fulham. And Brighton, if Brighton win their game in hand, obviously it becomes a 3-horse race for one position. But we're gonna need to beat Sunderland. There's no two ways about it. We're gonna have to beat, a historically bad Sunderland team. This is close. Right, here we are for that massive game away at Sunderland. We've got injuries which don't help. Our 2 fullbacks, and we don't have much depth at fullback. If we don't play Kyle Walker, I think we're in big trouble. So he's going to have to play. Worrell, I'm going to drop for. Who's been better? Jordan Byer's been better there. I'm going to play Byer and Webster at centre half. Hartman again injured left back, which he's got to play. Martel, De Silva, Edwards, Koleosho, Foster, Pinamonti. Brozier's not fit enough to play, but I've put him on the bench just in case we need him. Big game, big game. And here's Sunderland's team to play against us. It's 4-3. They're already down, obviously, so really they haven't got as much to play for. But God, if we lose to a really bad Sunderland team, we are in big trouble. Big trouble. Corner now. Marcus Edwards, a chance to put it in. We are fantastic at set pieces. Come on. Oh, De Silva at the near post. Hartman finds Edwards. Options. Scores! Is he onside? The flag's up. Oh, the flag's up. Oh, please be onside. I think he looked like he might have been off, obviously taking the corner. It's been given. Come on. Oh, Burnley lead. Hartman recycles possession straight back to Edwards, who has loads of time. Really shouldn't have that much time from that position. 1-0. And, I'm going to have around the grounds on because this is massive. Results elsewhere are going to be big. Obviously, if results go our way today, we would stay up. So, massive moment. But option here. Byer finds De Silva in central midfield, looks for the other January signing Martel. Walker here with a chance to overlap. Plays it back to Martel, who's been really good since he signed. His 5th goal since January. Eric Martel, £7.5 million. An absolute bargain pick. The perfect sort of player for staying up in the Premier League. Foster finds Walker here, who does the smart thing, turns around, plays it across to Martel, who has far too much time again. Scores. Patterson can't get anywhere near it. Burnley 2, Sunderland 0. Massive step towards safety. Now, chance for 3-0. If it's 3-0, you'd really think we've got this one in the bag. Martel into Hartman. Scores. 3-0. Burnley have come in with a job to do and are doing it. Quillinchi Hartman scores. Burnley 3, Sunderland 0. The Stadium of Light is as much empty as silent. Unbelievable. He's been fantastic. He might be injured, but he knows where the goal is. Burnley 3, Sunderland 0. Oh, safety. We're above Everton now. We're now losing to Nottingham Forest. Come on. Right, second half kicking off there. We've made a couple of tactical changes. We're keeping the personnel the same. We just want to look to hold what we've got now. 3-0 does us perfectly. Around the grounds. Brighton holding their own against Man City there, which not ideal. We could do with Man City getting a goal. That would be massive. And Brighton have scored. Brighton are winning at the Etihad, and it is not good for us. Sunderland with a free kick actually straight away here. Ekwa. Come on, don't concede straight away. Oh, off the post. Pacheco was not getting near. And a corner flag. Unconventional. Nervy now. Sunderland corner. If they get one now, you'd start to worry. 20 minutes left, though. If we can hold this one off, you think we'd be okay. And who heads it? Webster heads it away. It would be unfortunate for Brighton if Webster were to help us send them down. Lafay again. And we look to defend it. Pinamonti gets there first. Lafay receives outside. Shoots. Oh, over the bar. Lafay was offside anyway. It wouldn't have mattered. Big for us. Cool Man City. We need a Man City goal. Sunderland chance here. Building possession with Lafay. Into Campwell. Ekwillimby finds Trey Hume. Ball into the middle. Roos in. Oh, big save from Pacheco. 6-7 minutes ago, you think we've probably got the 3 points wrapped up here at the Stadium of Light. But no change in the Man City game. They're still losing at home to Brighton, which is worrying. I mean, we play Man City, so if they've won the league at this point, if they can give us the 3 points on the last day of the season, that'll do me nicely. 5 minutes to go. We're going to watch it through here. Can they get anything there? Obviously, our game's going to finish as it is. I've not made any subs because I'm just letting this run. And they've scored! Jeremy Doku scored! Massive goal! Massive goal! Jeremy Doku, we just saw it flash in there. Very happy. Quickly see the league table. I think that is going to be... I mean, Fulham play later today. If they beat Wolves, then we are in trouble a little bit. But that puts us 3 points ahead of Brighton with a massively better goal difference. You think that now sends them down, really? Unless Everton really mess up on the last day of the season. But Jeremy Doku in the 96th minute might have sent Brighton down. Fulham now, we'll see how they get on against Wolves later on today. Come on! Wolves win 2-0. Jurgen Strand-Larsen, my hero, basically saves us. That's us safe. The goal difference has saved us massively. The fact we've just gone for games and scored so many goals has meant that we've got a -2 goal difference. I mean, we've got as good a goal difference as Tottenham in 8th. Like, we have been... Like, we've scored enough goals. We have scored enough goals. And big result. That's basically us safe. We're going to play the Man City game now. Of course, it could go sideways, but it would have to be pretty majorly sideways. Massive, massive result. I have to say, the best players this season have been... I mean, Pinamonti's been... What can't you say about him? He has been fantastic. His form... I mean, he's what... Where is he now? He's 5th in the goal scorers last I checked. I think he might have dropped maybe from there. No, 5th best goal scorer in the league. I think we'll have play. He'll be wanted in the summer. But look, we'll be staying up. So we'll have Premier League money to back it. And we'll see that next time. And that's massive. We'll play the last game. I'll get back to you after the Man City game. And yeah, no pressure. Fulham are relegated. Not smiling celebrating that, Fulham fans, before you get at me. But come on, Burnley. Come on. And there we go. That's the end of the season. And I tell you what, it's a good job we did get the points when we got them because Brighton were on our tail big time. We managed to sneak a draw against Man City actually. Then we were winning right up until the end. But do you know what? It didn't matter anyway. I think if it had come down to it, it would have been stressful. But we got what we needed. We got over the line. In the end, 43 points to stay up. Brighton of Albion, 42 points and didn't stay up. It's unbelievable. The level has been really high in this mid-table to relegation zone area. I mean, sides like Leeds have been in the relegation battle and then moved up with 5 wins. Do you mean these sides are all getting lots of wins? We've done a good job. We're staying up, 43 points, great goal difference. We have done the job. And there we go. That is it. The season 1 at Burnley in the books. If you enjoyed it and you've got to this point in the video, stick a little like and a subscribe. This is now going to be a couple of times a week. A season and episode. I want to bosh through these saves. Burnley, we're going to carry it on. The aim is 5 seasons. See how far we can take them. If you enjoyed that, let me know and I'll be seeing you around.